The details and changes we're going to be making to the website, or just proposed changes. Right now we're on the front page, and a couple of things. I really like the black, kind of the dark with the brighter colors. It makes things pop really well. So I think we're going to go ahead and stick with kind of a darker theme, kind of a darker color scheme. The only thing is we've got some of this gray and some of these pictures that the padding, the spacing is all off. So we're gonna really dive in and kind of fix some of those things. The other thing too is like over here on the right hand side, it's Adobe Flash, and we really want to stay away from that so that people using their iPhones, iPads, kind of have a chance to see all these pictures and whatnot. So real quick, I'm gonna try and keep this down to like 5 minutes or less. I'm just going to go through kind of page by page over some of the changes that we've talked about and some of the changes that we'll be making. You can see here I've kind of sketched out just a rough layout now. None of the colors, obviously, none of the right fonts or anything like that, but just for blocking purposes so that we can kind of check things out, test things, and move them around. You can see here, this would be the home page, and we're going to keep the header roughly the same. We're going to probably clean it up, have a fewer animals in the header, and kind of make the logo a little more symmetrical looking. But navigation is going to be roughly the same. The biggest change, or the couple of biggest changes here on the home page, right here we're going to have a big slider that's going to take up a good half of the page when someone loads it up on the first go, and it's just going to have images of different animals or from different shows or something, things that are meant to catch people's eye, things that are meant to kind of grab their attention. Underneath that, we're going to have blog entries, and this is just going to be like news, like for example, stuff like, hey, come check us out, at this particular show or this show over here, or hey, we just bred and hatched a couple of snakes or something like that. More bigger stories. Now off to the right here, this is kind of your microblog, things that you're going to post on Twitter on a daily basis, or things you're going to post on Facebook on a daily basis. And I went ahead and made the decision to kind of split these up here for two reasons. One, this, you come here and you never really want this part right here to be the same over the course of a couple of hours and definitely a day. And so what we can do over here is we can grab Facebook posts and Twitter posts or tweets that have the company mentioned, or when the company posts one, it'll pop up here. That way, it's dynamic. There's some fluid stuff going on here, but the main two or three that we'll display here for the blog, those will be larger events or bigger things that you want to advertise maybe over the course of a month or 2 months or something, things that you do want to be a little more prominent on the front page. And just an FYI, attached to this email is this document, so if you can't read the font or I'm going too fast or something, you'll be able to review this. Now, I've left the footer blank because I think it'd be really cool to do some sort of nice imaging here, and maybe instead of it being in a box, kind of have it spread the whole length of the web page dynamically. But what we're going to put here is some really basic stuff. It's just going to have address, contact info, as well as a bunch of SEO links. So links that we may not necessarily put up at the top. Like, for example, we may not put ball pythons at the top, or we may not put, certain things like that up at the top, but we will put them down at the bottom to just kind of up your SEO ratings. Next page here is just the deals page. Kind of going back and forth on whether or not we want to post them as blogs, blog entries, or just have them kind of like images. It'll be like an image here with a small little coupon, and people have the option to print it out or something like that. But basically, these will be something you put up at the beginning of the week, and then automatically at the end of the week, it'll just kind of pull those down and pull them off, so that you don't have older things. You'll be able to set a finish date, in other words, for each of these deals here. As you can see here, this news, business hours, this little box is going to kind of stay the same no matter where you go on the site or what you do with it. reason being is you want people to see these little updates. You want them, no matter where they are on the page, to kind of be plugged into the immediate the stuff that's happening live. Same with the footer. It should stay roughly the same. This is the products page, and I was talking to Dennis about this, and apparently each of these links here should go to reptilesandfish.com, meaning that SouthBayTropicals.com is just going to be the front end and an online presence for the store, but that reptilesandfish.com that's going to be more your online store, your online presence for selling different things. And so each of these here will link to a store, and we'll kind of dive into taking care of that later on. Last thing here, let me just go ahead and bring up the contact page, the contact us page. Having the map, awesome. We're probably going to ditch MapQuest and go for something like Google. Google Maps. It's just going to integrate better with mobile devices and whatnot. Once again, not too bad. Just the spacing, the padding is kind of off, and stuff like these images off the site here. We'll either want to get new ones or kind of ditch them all together. But instead of kind of stacking everything side by side and whatnot, the hours, those will still be there on every page, just like we'd seen, but instead of stacking one on top of the other here and putting the contact us below the fold of the page, we're going to try and keep this page really, really light, really, really simple. Now, there will still be a footer down at the bottom here, but it's going to basically be name, email, message, and we'll put a little field here for a phone number, and that would be optional. Little Google map here, and just keep it really, really simple. Like I said, business hours are going to be there no matter what, so that's not an issue. But we really want to make it easy for people to send in questions or information or anything like that, inquiries on when things are going to hatch or when you're going to have new products and everything. That's pretty much what we've got right now. A couple other things that I was thinking about going over is Dennis and I had talked about this pond tank maintenance, and this kind of getting some more information, and two, just kind of a refresh like the other pages. We'll probably ditch the request information. It'll just be kind of a tabbed deal. So instead of having each of these here, it'll be tank maintenance will have a tab, pond maintenance will have a tab, and then you'll have something above it that kind of says, hey, free water tests. Once again, just to keep the site kind of condensed and within one scope, one page, so that mobile users can access it better. That's pretty much it for now. I'm going to go ahead and wrap up, but if you have any questions, please feel free to shoot me back via this email, and look forward to talking with you. All right, take care.